probably gonna, well actually, I don't know, let's put other people around. So electronics, we need to draft a list of any electronics we may need and come up with what things we should and shouldn't build and prioritize based on our strategy and what we might need. For example, we didn't really heavily prioritize scoring into the barge, so that's probably not going to be the first thing we focus on building.
Bottom line is, there's a couple of things about wiring.
Yeah, I'm done.
Let's go to the other room.
Specific stuff.
You are.
And then what was it? One player station. Yeah, the core station where you feed it. And then
So I think where to run
make sure we know
with a cable tray or inside, because you notice this piece doesn't have the holes in it. This one.
Configurations, rather than having like a designated ground intake, is that off of the.
Part of this game was also having to reach and extend out to place the pieces.
Yeah, this game has a lot more horizontal and lateral extension.
This is more vertical.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I mean, I think we've got hybrid, we've got jointed. Oh, let's get.
Do we want to
deciding this right
show
now.
each of the types, right?
Yeah.
L4.
That's us,
What do you say?
and that's 176. See 176's arm?
Okay.
Can you guys see that? And that's us on the charge station. You see that crazy arm? It's kind of creepy. It looks so human.
They make us look like slugs.
The early videos for this competition. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, sorry. We can't do these like deciding right now, or just
Funny, and this is the only time you'll get this on camera, by the way.
What are you working on?
It's supposed to be work.
All right. Who's that? Yep, that's okay. That's good. Yes.
So this is a chin, but so is this for the element? What do you think? I think so.
You did it.
I think everything. I think that's what you said. Scaffolding.
The one would be focusing on broader success and competitive success, meaning like developing as a team. Yes.
Let's let it open on.
Jack.
I mean, so we bought SDS and
Go get the 2024 robot, the blue one. So demanding.
other camera.
One of the reasons why you need a little extra is always right to the edge. So that you can do corrections. Not fixes, corrections. Okay?
You can also do a ground pickup. That is your pickup.
Yeah.
That's your
Wait,
place.
did you
Place it.
That if you get hit on that, you don't have a scoring mechanism.
Yeah.
At all.
But if your intake gets it, you don't have a scoring mechanism.
Not true. You could, if you had a way where you could.
Oh,
pick
go
up
to the
from
human station.
Bingo.
Yeah.
What's the most efficient way of getting there? Can we put something simple on it that's on there, or can we? If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
We have something that does something. Is it convenient to put, like we have something that gets to the height that you need to score? Can we put something on it that like is connected to it that doesn't require a handoff, or in order to be that efficient, do we need a handoff? And then we can go back to say, okay, is this worth the amount of time it might take to do a handoff? There is one that I noticed was dead in the middle. Takes up a lot of real estate. We'll call this donut, and we talk about this one a lot. There's another one that I thought could be very neatly packaged off to the side that wouldn't require as much design consideration. And that's, there's this little kind of two-spoke thing where you drive into one of the poles, and it connects to the poles, and it pulls your robot up, and you can have it directly on the side out of the way of your main mechanisms.
What? We're gonna need a vacuum.
Is that how much you want?
This is day.
For a ferry.
Dun dun. What day is it?
only going one time, and then...
That's robots.
You only got an hour of footage on there. No, barely.
Hello.
This is meeting 4 of the season, and my high score in XRC is 53.
53? You're better than the other day.
Do we need the tables on?
Seth has his tracks off.
Oh, cool.
So,
All I know is that was...
Oh, okay. So it rotates on this axis. So when the elevator goes up and you rotate like this, then you can place onto the...
So we picked 2 more specific designs, one with a handoff from the intake to our elevator and one without, and we've started to actually create CADs of them.
Programming, we started off with going back to looking at vision systems like we did last meeting. We did a pros and cons list of the Limelight 3, Limelight 3G, Limelight 4, and then also photon vision.
This morning we started fixing any connections that we saw were like faulty, and we saw quite a few that weren't ferruled to begin with.
On what?
The test spot. So we ferruled those connections and we put them back in.
So we have started production on the temp field. We have parts. That is going well. We're building the reef first. We're getting it ready, cutting things out, and then since we're still waiting on 3D printing the connectors for the reef, for like the parts that stick out, we're not going to be able to assemble it until hopefully, if we get the dimensions right on the next print for the connectors, it will be fully assembled by the end of tomorrow.
What time did it start? All right, so this morning at 8:30, we were supposed to meet Mr. Reese, Mr. Mockfield, and myself here to go to Home Depot. Well, we all showed up and no one brought a truck. That was lack of communication by Mr. Reese. And it was approved by his emails. So we finally went to my house after jump starting my truck, got it going, headed to Home Depot. Got there, got all the stuff. Would it take us a couple hours?
Yeah.
After arguing, looking at the list. Got back home, got it all unloaded, and we forgot to get the stuff for the coral, so Mr. Graham, I think, is going to call Seth and we'll look at that. But it was a humorous morning. But all the stuff's in there and we're...
Just go through. Like, you look at like stuff like this.
I'm taking a rat's nest of wires and putting them into a tray so that way it can be further organized and not have a rat's nest of wires everywhere. The robot look good.
9 to 5, July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework.
So this is at 1 and it looks like between 1/8 and 2/8. So
We're going to learn how to
Yo, don't do that. Dude, that's so mean. Since when have you even been here? Oh, hey. What?
He's here the whole time.
Yeah. How do we like? What are we doing?
Since there are no documents.
Do you? Oh, really? Usually. I mean, are you just passing it?
Yeah, I was for dinner. Here's 60.99 a week from us.
All right. Nice. Hello. Evan learned how to use a camera today.
Almost ready to use.
What's left
we
to
got a
be done?
couple of things to knock out.
I get a box of 50.
Making an additional month.
So she put 50 in. I gave you the box of 25 and said it's 50. I was like, okay. She's like, squashed. The jelly one.
Play a little bit.
Are we cooking with design, Chase?
No. Bleed on the
How are we feeling about it? Oh,
I bleed on the bottom every year.
not good enough to be interviewed.
We don't need.
Well, I was going to ask Mr. P, did you have any nightmares?
No nightmares. We're good. We're cooking.
skip autos on Stacy. I'm nibbling. Oh. Wait, hello there. Let's see how Eli's doing on the Robocat.
Again, up again, eventually up against. Yeah. And then
Whoa.
when you gotta pick up something up
Pretty
against
nice.
the wall.
That's a nice
So
elevator.
you want your grabber to be able to pick up against the wall.
Just kidding. Districts is calling. Is it? Yeah. They say we're gonna win this year. With 100!
Welcome back, guys, to FRC vlog. This is the end of weekend number 2. We got a lot of programming done, the autos, gotta work on that. Almost done forgetting who drive team is. Got all the assessments done. That's swag.
Crisply.
We get the drive team done pretty soon. That's awesome. That's 5 big booms. Boom, boom, boom.